G'day, I'm Nick Bowditch. So, you bite your fingernails and you really want to stop. Okay, well, I've got a behaviour modification program made up of 5 different components that can help you to avoid this behaviour. But first, why is nail biting even a problem? Well, apart from the visible damage to your nails, it can cause skin infections, dental issues. It can even increase your risk of catching a cold or other illnesses. But before we jump into how to stop though, it's important to note that change starts within. You need to genuinely want to stop this habit. Acknowledge the issue, understand why you want to change, and set your mind to it. Your determination is the first step to success. Okay, so what does our 5-part behaviour modification program look like? First, we start with self-monitoring. This is all about awareness. Start by tracking when and where you bite your nails. Is it watching TV? Is it when you're stressed or bored? You might also want to include someone you live with or is near you a lot to remind you of the instances that you might not be fully aware of just yet. Make a note of these instances in a diary or even just in your phone, and get the other person to do the same thing so you can cross-reference them so you don't miss too many of them. And speaking of your phone, at the start of this process, I want you to take a photo on your phone of how your nails look today, so that along the way of changing this behavior, you can keep taking photos and hopefully see the amazing progress you're making. The goal here is to increase your awareness and identify your negative patterns around this behavior. The second part of the program is stimulus control. This is all about managing the environment and situations that trigger your nail biting. If you often bite your nails when you watch telly, for example, then think about doing something else with your hands during that time, like knitting or squeezing a stress ball. You could also try just changing your environment a little by sitting somewhere further away from the telly or in a different chair to the one you usually sit in. This idea is to disrupt the usual context where your nail biting usually occurs. Number 3 is replacement behavior. As the name suggests, this is where you find something else to do when you feel the urge to bite your nails. This is also why that first step of self-monitoring is super important, because it gives you the self-awareness of what you are doing, where you're doing it, and why. So that something else to do could be chewing gum or playing with a fidget spinner or doing something else with your hands like this. The key here is to replace the old habit with a new, healthier one. The 4th step is something called positive reinforcement. This is the good part where you get to reward yourself for your progress. So for every day or couple of days that you go without biting your nails, you get to celebrate with something you enjoy. Right? It might be a cheeky little treat, an episode of the Kardashians, or just 10 minutes to yourself where your kids don't ask you a single question. When you replace that behavior with something you love, it creates an association between avoiding nail biting and feeling positive. And then lastly is modeling. This is where you find someone who doesn't bite their nails and you try to emulate them. So you use them as your role model. This might be a friend or a family member, or you can even just watch videos here on YouTube about people who have stopped their biting their nails and now showcasing how great their nails look and feel now compared to when they were where you are now and really wanting to stop. Seeing someone else successfully avoid this habit can inspire you to do the same. So that's it. But remember, and this is really important, change doesn't happen overnight. It's a journey. There might be setbacks, but don't let them deter you. You have some tools now, and I reckon you can do this. So get started, and good luck.